You guys ready to have your life completely changed? Are you ready to just have success? Be on steroids, on rails? Because I'm about to give you the formula for success in sales that nobody has ever talked about, ever in the history of sales. I'm dropping knowledge on you. Here is the formula for success. And we're going to talk through it. It's K minus M times D. What the hell? We're doing math? I got into sales because I didn't want to do algebra. Me too. This is an easy formula. K minus M times D equals success. Knowledge minus, and this is key, this is something that no other sales coach has ever talked about in the history of sales coaching. They may talk a lot about knowledge, but they don't talk about the entire formula and the output of the formula. Knowledge minus M, which is misinformation. Okay? I can give you guys all the knowledge in the world, but if you don't figure out a way to weed out your misinformation, your preconceived notion, the garbage that somebody told you because that's the way we've done it since 1968, if you simply combine new powerful skills with the crappy skills, you're not going to get the recipe. Okay? I cannot bake a cake and still have ingredients that aren't supposed to be in the cake and have the cake be yummy and delicious. Okay? The last piece of that is discipline. And that's the hardest piece. So you've got to take your new knowledge, you've got to throw out your preconceived concepts and your misinformation, and you've got to have the discipline to start making this stuff muscle memory. So let me give you guys some examples of this. Because a lot of you are learning a lot of knowledge stuff. But where I can't be there with you in real time all the time, I'm here with you every single week and I'm happy and I'm going to help you and we're going to help you get better. But you also have to help yourself in real time eliminating your misinformation. Let me give you an example. You might learn the knowledge of how to close, right? Hey, does it make sense to sign the agreement? Does it make sense to get your team on board with the software? Does it make sense for us to handle your logistics? If I ask you if it makes sense, I'm not asking you to do anything. I'm not putting any pressure on you. You can't reject me on doing the thing I want you to do. Because if you say no, you're saying no to a timing question, right? Does it make sense to get your team on board with our logistics? No. Got it. What's a good next step then? Right? You understand that concept. But here's the misinformation that you guys might need to remove. Let me give you some examples. We got to have a formal demo before asking for the sale. The hell are you doing asking for the sale? We haven't had a formal demo. They haven't been through the 67 slides. And you haven't asked an SDR to get on an airplane and fly out there and make them sit through said slides. Why? Who came up with that? My guess is it was the vice president of the SDRs because they want some budget, right? My guess is it was one of those people, and I hope if you guys are there, man, I am so excited to get you not here. Most of you are there where you're like, dude, got to get my frequent. I got to be 1K on United. I want you to make so much money that you don't care. You're just going to pay full price first class. If you are taking business trips just because that's what we do, stop it. I'll buy you some miles. Okay? You got to take out that misinformation. Oh, I got to close. Now, 7 meetings from now, I'm going to use it. You can use this close on the first call, right? What can I get you guys information on? Man, we're on Acme right now. We noticed that your logistics software that you guys can buy by the drink versus by the bar, and I can add 7 users instead of 75 users, and I noticed that you're also Android compliant. Yeah, absolutely. Does it make sense to get your team on board? Yeah, 100%. What do we do? I'm going to send you over the contract right now. Versus, man, notice you guys are R240X compliant. You can do 7 years. Awesome. Do you want to set up a time? Now, the next step is we're going to do a Zoom call. Okay, and then I'm going to learn a little bit about your business and then we'll stop it. Okay, what happens next? All right, get them to agree to do the thing you want them to do. The misinformation is what's holding you back. Now, here's the discipline piece of that. That's pretty hard to do. You got to change your behavior, right? So you got to start, maybe even write something on your hand, as silly as that is, to ask for the close. Set a crystal clear next step. Maybe if I was you, right? Put NSO on your wrist. Next step obsessed. And have that next step be the thing you want. Not the 52 steps to the thing you want. Let me give you another one. Okay, here's the knowledge, and I've given you guys this knowledge. It's right there on the Easton University portal. Anytime somebody reaches out to you, anytime you're following up on a lead, anytime somebody puts something on the portal for somebody to call them and you're going to be the one calling them, anytime you get handed a lead from the inbound team, hey, wanted to reach out to you personally, and the next thing out of your face should be, what can I get you information on? Right? Robert needs sales training. Hey, Robert, Matt Easton, founder at Easton University, wanted to reach out to you personally. Yeah, hey, Matt, thanks. How's it going? It's going great, right? What can I get you information on? Okay? You guys know how to do this, but when you combine this with your misinformation, you're using F words with people. Hey, Robert, just wanted to follow up with you. I noticed, I have happened to notice that you filled out a web form on our site. I just wanted to follow up with you. Your credibility goes way down, right? How's it going? Your prospects are going to say that to you. You don't say that to anybody. Stop it. Knock it off. Somebody taught you to do that because back in a 1941 sales training classic, somebody said, oh, you got to build rapport with people. How's it going, Barbara? Would you like one of my cigarettes? How about we have a martini and sit down and talk, right? That is garbage, okay? This is now. This is the future. Be respectful of people's time. They know you don't care how's it going, okay? If you had a brain aneurysm and the doctor came in, how's it going? I got a freaking brain aneurysm. That's how it's going. Stop it. Now they're going to tell that to you. This is where you guys need to, boom, have the discipline to get your muscle memory. Robert's going to call people. 90% of the people Robert calls, they're going to say these words. Hey, Robert, how's it going? Robert, I want you to say this. Going great. Or I want you to say this. Going great, going great. Why twice? That gives my brain a chance to reset. And I know that if I say something twice, I've created a reflexive response that goes, what can I get you information on? Or try one of these. How's it going? Super. What can I get you information on? Be down to business, okay? Here's the discipline with that. Y'all may need to create a little script. We talk about flip charts in eastonuniversity.com. Oh my God, that is so stupid. Yeah, real stupid. Just like my friend who played quarterback in the NFL for 18 years, greatest of all time, would look at his script on his wrist, 52 X-ray. Holy crap, is that Ray Lewis? Omaha, right? I'm calling an audible. Every single quarterback in the NFL uses a script. You should too, if you want to win games. Might be a good idea to put something like that on you to remind you. What can I get you information on? What research have you done on us? Another great question. But do you see, if you just have the knowledge, but you don't eliminate the stuff that you were doing before, you don't remove the misinformation, now you just have a hodgepodge of some good stuff. And it sounds like this. Hey, Robert, I just wanted to follow up with you. I had noticed that you had called in. Yeah, how's it going? Man, it's going great. How's it going with you? Hemorrhoids, man. I got bad hemorrhoids. Plus, the fireworks last night kept my dog up. Me too. My dog was up all night last night. Did it rain where you guys were? Yeah, it rained where we are. Where are you at? I'm in Phoenix. Awesome. What can I get you information on? That's not skillful, okay? Let me give you another one of these. Mirroring. John Fitzgerald, if you happen to be on the call. Unmute yourself. John is a black belt in mirroring. He's almost better at mirroring than I am, okay? Mirroring, you've learned the skill of mirroring. Mirroring is what? Repeating back the last 1 to 4 words that somebody spoke with a calm, neutral tonality, slight question mark on the end, okay?
Big question mark on the end.
Boom! Fitzgerald in the house. That's exactly how you say it. Let me give you an example of John, right? And John, you tell me if this sounds a lot about your story. John, you learned how to mirror. And then the hardest thing for you was probably the misinformation part. For example, and I know this was difficult for you, John, because we did some private coaching around this. You needed to remain calm when the misinformation that you had was, you got to overcome objections. So you knew how to mirror, but then you'd be given an objection and you'd go right into objection overcoming mode, would you not?
Yes.
And when all you had to do was maybe mirror and stay calm and follow the process. And that might sound like this. You know what? Hey, John, we don't have time to implement the new software. right? And overcoming objection, John, misinformation, John would have been like, our software's super easy to implement. Right now you have a nice, congratulations, you got a nice little argument going on with
May not be
someone.
able to implement our software?
Yeah, our CEO has all hands on deck to increase revenue by 30%.
All hands on deck to increase revenue by 30%, man?
Yeah, I mean, John, I got to tell you, and I'm not trying to be a jerk with you, but my job is really on the line if I don't get my numbers up, if I don't move the needle. Now that allows John the opportunity. He could either continue to mirror, but now look at how John as a man, I get it, right? He could be empathetic. I totally understand. You know, when you say move the needle, can you give me a specific example of what's going on?
Right. Mm-hmm.
You know, and John, please let them hear. I think you're a classic example of knowledge minus misinformation equals discipline. I think you got about that much value out of mirroring. And then once you removed your misinformation and started going, you know what, hell, I'm just going to try this. What's the worst that's going to happen? I'm going to blow up a deal.
I just find that people are opening up to me, Matt.
Yeah.
That's good for me.
But did it not take you to have to really work hard to break your old habits?
Yes. I'm saying good. You know, the things you just shared with me just a moment ago, people don't really care if I'm feeling good or not. When I call them now, it's good, let's go. Get right back on point.
100%. What were some of the, and you have been a master at discipline because I've seen your books, I've seen your notes, I've seen your charts. Can you give them some advice? Because anybody can pick up the knowledge, that's easy. It takes guts to remove the misinformation. But do you have any tips on how you became more disciplined and good at this stuff?
Because I practice everything that you've shown me over the past 2 years, and I do actually have, this is Matt's complete training modules. All of them are here. I transcribed all of them, and I'm actually making notes in as we speak. So I'm constantly wanting to learn, constantly wanting to get better, constantly want to listen, and just the repetition is really the key. So you have to stick with being repetitive and getting it into your DNA. And I also use what Matt had mentioned earlier, which is I have flip charts in front of me when I'm working. So why not have those at my disposal? Also, Matt would say, why are you traveling all over the place?
Was that not the subject of maybe our first private call?
100%. So now I'm doing everything virtually, and it's just as effective, and I can get more work done.
That was pretty, I don't want to put words in your mouth, John, but that was I think you had some doubts on that one when we first talked. You were like, no, you don't understand my business. I need to travel. And you were in San Antonio one day, Austin another day, then Dallas, then San Diego, and your family never saw you.
My family never saw me.
Yeah. Boom. He just married me. See how he married me there?
Just stick with the process and stay with it and learn it, and it will become a big part of what you're doing going forward, and it's had a profound impact on my career.
Does anyone want to share any knowledge tidbits that they've learned lately? Any maybe misinformation that you're like, wow, I never realized we do this kind of stuff in sales and it's not necessary? Or any tricks that you're having to stay disciplined? Because remember, the formula for success is you got to get new knowledge, then you have to remove the misinformation, and you're always going to be removing something, you're always going to be adding something, but then the key is it's times discipline, right? If you don't have any discipline, it doesn't matter how big the number is on the knowledge minus misinformation. If you don't put it into action, you're never going to get any benefit from it. Does anyone want to add to this? If you work in sales and you need to make twice as much money as you do right now to really enjoy your life, you've really only got 3 options. Option number 1, you can continue to work your butt off in the job you have right now, hoping for some sort of miracle to happen, where you start taking home double the money while doing things the exact same way you do them right now. That's pretty unlikely. Or option number 2, you could look for another job at a totally different company, hoping you're going to catch some sort of once-in-a-lifetime wave where sales just seem to flow your way. All right, again, highly unlikely, and we both know waves in sales, well, they don't last very long. Or option number 3, you can click the button here and get instant access to a simple, straightforward sales process. that will help you take home twice as much money as you do right now while putting in far less effort than you do today. My name's Matt Easton. I'm the founder of Easton University, the most effective sales coaching system in the world. If you click the button, you're going to see how our interactive sales coaching portal and weekly live coaching sessions with me will help you double your income within 60 days. Easton University is more than an interactive sales coaching portal. It's more than being able to ask me questions in a live setting every single week. It's your future, and you and your future are worth it. Click the button. I will see you on the other side. Your life is about to get a lot better. Click through now.